Congratulations on receiving Minot Air Force Base as your first duty station out of tech school. Hopefully, over the next few minutes, I'll be able to show you some of why everyone here at Minot is so excited to be stationed here. Before we get to the gate, here's a little bit of history on Minot Air Force Base. It was founded in 1957 as an air defense base. The base itself takes up 8 square miles, although the missile field controlled by the base takes up nearly 300 square miles, housing both launch facilities and weapons storage bunkers. It became a major air command base in the early 60s and became the new home of the manned bombers of the 5th Bomb Wing and the intercontinental ballistic missile systems of the 91st Missile Wing, making it the only base in the world to house 2 legs of the nuclear triad. We've also been fortunate enough to host such dignitaries as Vice President Pence, Secretary of the Air Force Wilson, and Secretary of Defense Mattis. Now that we're nearing the base, this will be the left you take each morning once you're able to move off base to get off Highway 83. The big building on your left is the medical center. As we get through the gate, we'll be cruising right along past models of planes and some of missiles. The first major building you see past the hospital will be the shopette on your left. This is our 24-hour convenience store and gas station on base. As you can see from this map, there are a number of buildings you could possibly work in once stationed at Minot Air Force Base. Here, you can see the Base Operations Building, which is owned by our host unit, the 5th Bomb Wing. Under the Bomb Wing is the 5th Operations Group and 5th Operations Support Squadron. Inside is where our HARM office is located. Next up we have the Pride Building, which is home to many services like VMPF, the base legal team, and finance. It also houses the 5th Ops Group SARM offices of the 23rd and 69th Bomb Squadrons. Now we're at the home of the 91st Missile Wing, our tenant wing here at Minot Air Force Base. Inside is the 91st Operations Group, which has the SARM offices of the 740th, 741st, and 742nd Missile Squadrons. One tenant squadron here on base is the 54th Helicopter Squadron, which falls under the 582nd Helicopter Group from F.E. Warren. As you can see, we are a very diverse base with the bombers, missiles, and helicopters, so there's a multitude of opportunities to move around. In addition to the aforementioned opportunities, we are also the home of the Bomber Alert Facility, which is where we perform various conventional and nuclear exercises that reach across the entire Department of Defense and around the world. Other important places around base include the dining facility, also known as the Dakota Inn, the base commissary, the base exchange, and your dorm buildings. Be sure to download the Team Minot app for a base directory, services, and events happening on base and in town. Now that you've become acquainted with the base, let's head under the Magic City footbridge and see what Minot has to offer. If you wish to further your education with a college degree, you can attend Minot State University or one of the 3 on-base colleges at the Education Center. As far as the big chain stores go, we have you covered to include Taco Bell, McDonald's, Marketplace, Staples, and Home Depot. For a plethora of supplies, be sure to swing by Walmart or stop by Target at the Dakota Square Mall. If you like to start your day with a hot cup of coffee, some of the coffee houses special to the Minot aside from Starbucks or Caribou include Classic Rock Coffee, Broadway Bean and Bagels, or stop by Bear Scat for some freshly made coffee and donuts. As far as food and drinks go, if you crave the small town feel, then downtown Minot is a place for you. We have Charlie's, Off the Vine, Ebenezer's Irish Pub, The Poorhouse, Souris River Brewing, The Starving Rooster, and Kroll's Diner. Try Bon Rao for one example of Thai food, and if you want something fancy, check out the Elevation, which sits right on the golf course. If you're looking for something fun to do, we have the High Air Ground Trampoline Park, the Spot to Shoot Pool, AMC Theater or Oak Park Theater for $3 movies, the Roosevelt Zoo, take in a view at Lover's Lane, the Medal of Honor Memorial, or the City Water Park. If you wish to get out of the city, hit one of the lakes in their area for water sports and fishing, or try your hand at autocross. If being active is your thing, go skateboard, head down some of the running paths, do CrossFit at Ask Fitness, calm down with a yoga studio, or join an intramural sport at the YMCA. As I'm sure you've heard, we do get a solid winter here in Minot, but it's not all as treacherous as they say, but be prepared for the challenges our climate presents. There's plenty of fun to do in the wintertime, from snowmobiling to renting a cabin on the lake to go ice fishing. The biggest sporting events in town are baseball games at Corbett Field and Toros hockey in Mesa Arena. There's always the pumpkin patch in the fall, the Minot hosted state fair, concerts, and rodeos, and the Norsk Kustfest, which has travelers from around the world to celebrate Scandinavian heritage. And don't worry, there are plenty of volunteer opportunities at each event. Speaking of heritage, The city of Minot is very involved in its military, which is readily apparent at the Dakota Territory Air Museum, where you can see everything aviation from small planes to large bombers. Hopefully this video has given you some of the insight into why Minot is one of the most important and interesting bases in the entire world. There's a reason only the best come north, and it's because the others can't make it. Aim high, airmen.